Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. In this video, I want to show you my honest review, and I hope I will be able to highlight all the pros and cons of this product. So let's begin.
Henry, I can't feel my legs. I can't get up. Please help me.
My mother shouted in horror as my wife and I rushed to pick her up from her bed. There she was, laying there, poking her ankle with the point of a steak knife, desperately trying to feel something.
I knew something was wrong the moment I felt that pain worsen today, and there was this annoying tingling in my legs. Please, Henry, can't you do something? I feel nothing from the waist down.
Tears were streaming down her cheeks, and as she looked at me through her hollowed eyes, I knew something terrible had happened. "I'm very sorry, Mr. Muller, but there is a very high chance your mother won't be able to walk again," the doctor said, as they pulled my mother out of a session in that cold MRI machine. At that moment, I felt as if my heart was pierced by 1,000 blades. I was on the verge of losing my mother as we always knew her. But was there really nothing I could do to stop that? Hi, my name is Henry Muller, and these events are 100% true. What I've just described here is what I consider to be, even up to this day, the scariest, most heart-rending experience I've ever gone through in my entire life. Strangely enough, I'm quite thankful for it. Even though I almost lost my mom because of it, it became the very thing that triggered a miraculous journey, at the end of which I found what is now regarded as the biggest breakthrough of the decade in the field of pain relief. A secret method used by the ancient Chinese civilization to boost their strength and rid themselves of any sort of pain, and is now making its way to the US, helping people all around the country fend off the stabbing feeling in their back, hips, joints, or knees, while relieving them of any discomfort and leaving their body like that of a teenager's in mere weeks. Over 120,000 people have already tried this ancient Chinese remedy with absolutely stunning results. People like Jeremy Sandberg, 58, from New Orleans. The agonizing pain I was going through was the worst thing in my life. Not only did it make me feel powerless, it almost ruined my marriage. I can't even begin to describe the ache I felt in my lower back every morning when I got out of bed. It got to the point where I needed almost 1 hour to even be able to stand up straight. It was a terrifying experience, but I was lucky enough to stumble upon this breakthrough. It changed my life in a way I didn't believe it was possible. I am now more full of energy than ever, and my marriage is saved as well. Nothing was as effective as this. Or Shelley Borden, 63, from Miami, who said, "When the pain and discomfort started creeping in, I blamed it on old age and didn't bat an eye. But day after day, it became more unbearable. I just wanted to die, frankly. The easiest of chores seemed like a drag every time, and slowly but surely, I fell into a deep state of depression. My inability to move without feeling the pressure and restraint in my joints, hips, and back was what stood behind me and a normal, happy life alongside my grandchildren. But everything changed once I discovered this capsule. Dirt cheap, and it worked in no time. And now, my grandchildren are calling me to go for a walk in the park with them every day. How can I say no to them?" And David Higgs, 53, from California, who told us, "I was at a point in my life where I thought that nothing could rid me of this debilitating pain anymore. I tried every remedy available on the market, but they only made me feel worse and worse. That is, until I discovered your formula, and I was curious enough to give it a try. Thank heavens I did, because finally, after more than a decade of achy joints and lower lumbar pain, I'm able to move freely again, just like I used to in my youth. Now I can go on my beloved morning jogs, I can play sports with my family, and what's even more important, I can take up the hobbies I gave up on a long time ago. And it's all thanks to you." These are only a few of the success stories I hear about every single day. Thousands of people like David, Cheryl, and Jeremy are trying this trick as we speak and are amazed by the fast results offered by the formula I developed. And don't worry, because in the following presentation, I'm going to tell you all about my story, how I came across this long-forgotten ingredient, and how you can save yourself from the never-ending pain right from the comfort of your own house. But before I continue, I need you to know this. From the moment I decided to reveal this to you, I put a target on my back. Now, Big Pharma has only one mission, to track me down and shut down this site, ending this product's life immediately. That's because this dirt-cheap discovery caused a massive leak in their money pipe, money they viciously earned by forcing their useless drugs on desperate people like my mother who just wanted to live a happy, normal, and honest life. In fact, as this one medical breakthrough reveals, their expensive opioids are doing absolutely nothing to treat your condition. Drugs such as Percocet or morphine will do nothing more to your problem than a glass of water would. Sure, they may seem to work short-term, but as you're about to see, in the long run, they're wreaking havoc on your entire nervous system. That's because they don't actually address the root cause of your pain. In fact, despite their billion-dollar budgets, at this moment, no pharma drug on the market does that. Because the pain isn't a problem in itself. It's merely the way your body tells you something is wrong with it. It's the body's alarm system. But don't worry, that's exactly why I made this video. To show you this simple method the Chinese people have used for centuries to treat pain and its root cause, and how a very large and important pharmaceutical company is doing everything in its power to stop this powerful method from hitting the US market. Imagine not being able to lift something, however light it may be, just because you don't want your back to fail you. Or think about the places you'll finally be able to go once you'll decide to choose the only thing that can actually help you. Imagine being there for your family whenever they needed you, like a strong man or woman. Imagine sleeping and waking up like a normal person, without tossing and turning and praying that the pain will somehow stop for just a moment. This breakthrough was recently made by the top scientists at the Duke University Medical Center, University of Texas, and the Pain Research Laboratory, and it tackles the root cause of your pain. Believe me, after hearing what I have to say, you're going to want to throw all of the prescription pain medicines your doctor prescribed for you down the drain. This simple little system takes less than a minute to perform per day and will finally free you from the shackles of your pain. Look, I know that you've probably already tried everything there was to try, and you're now here, and I understand. I feel your pain, or at least the emotional part of it. But worry not, because in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to explain the reason why your body turned against your very own back, hips, and joints. And no, this is not an autoimmune disease. It is just your body desperately trying to save your life by going into conservation mode, where pain is just the alarm signal it sends you, desperately.
Cool, right? Click the link in the description for my price discounted special.